Hi Taurus, thank you so much for visiting my channel. Taurus, I am doing your spiritual messages reading for August. I really hope that all is well with you guys. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on your post notifications, and check out your love reading for the month. Taurus, your love reading was really good. You guys, it seems like when it comes to matters of the heart, you are making a lot of strides to move forward. It was a very good reading. You guys, I'm so sorry. I am still a bit sick, but I have really missed you all. I'm trying to get your readings out. So let's hop right into it. You guys, this is a different reading that I really would like to add to the monthly content. You guys have to let me know how you like the reading. So please be sure to leave a comment today. Let me know how the reading resonates and if you think I should keep doing these, okay? So what we're going to do in this reading, you guys, is we're going to sort of cover what are your blockages, what are some of the karmic lessons that you are trying to work through at this time, things that you need to surrender. We're going to look to see what are some of the lifestyle changes that you can expect in the month of August. What are the shifts and changes that are coming? We do have the Lionsgate portal, which is already open, but you know, it reaches its peak on August 8th. And then we'll just kind of close the message today off with just, you know, a message of advice. And I also have some affirmations cards. So we'll see what are the affirmations that you should focus on this month, okay? So Taurus, what are some things that you need to work on as far as blockages? Pride. Oh, okay. Taurus, some of you guys could be dealing with being quite prideful, which, you know, can lead to a bit of stubbornness. But then also some of you guys are needing to take more pride in who you are as a person. Take more pride in just learning to really love yourself more. Yeah, for sure. The Freedom card just came out. So this is saying that a lot of you guys need to take more pride in who you are. You're needing to pay more attention and give yourself more credit for where you have already come in life. I feel like for a lot of you, you know, Taurus, you guys, even in the traditional tarot, the Hierophant card is represented as Taurus energy. A lot of you guys have been on a very long journey. And I feel like now it seems like you're finally out of this period of a lot of indecision. There's just been a lot of issues, obstacles, and challenges. And I think that now you can finally make sense of a lot of things. Many of you definitely have a testimony after having many trials and tribulations in life. But it seems here that you are free. You're finally free from whatever may have had you a bit stuck and stagnant at some point. But you're needing to finally, actually, like I said, just take more pride in who you are as a person. A lot of you guys have been extremely patient. Some of you have been, you know, to be honest with you, a bit too patient in certain situations because of the fact that you were not taking enough pride in yourself. So I definitely get this energy where some of you, like I said, you have stayed in certain situations longer than you should have. It's interesting because I just did Pisces' reading, and it already sort of reminds me a bit of that same energy of, and I think that overall this is a collective energy of a lot of people have been procrastinating. A lot of people have been given this new beginning, and you know, it's like you're only putting one toe in. Like you haven't fully accepted that, you know, it's time now for you to embrace like a new path, a new life, a new person, you know. So take more pride in yourself, you know, see that you can literally create your own happiness, and understand that, you know, you have the power and the freedom to do that. And that's something that you should really take great pride in, because a lot of people, they stay stuck and stagnant because of the fact that, you know, they don't really have like, I don't know, it's like you know, a lot of times people speak of pride and ego, and I don't see you guys being egotistical, but I see where some of you have reason to have a little bit of ego, and having a bit of ego is good for self-preservation. I see here inner child and patience. Pisces also had the inner child card. This just must just be an energy. And then you have patience out here in 2 different decks. Okay. Patience. Patience is very important right now for you in the month of August, Taurus. And the reason why I feel like these cards are coming out is because for many of you, it seems like you've been waiting a long time to finally have something, or there is something that is manifesting, but I feel like it's happening in divine timing. And of course, divine timing is very different from your ego's timing. Divine order, alignment, and timing are all at play in whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. So there could be several different things that you're trying to manifest at this time. Some of you also, when it comes to your journey, there's still a need for you to do some healing. A lot of you too, you need to even be concerned even a bit with your mental health this month. For some of you, and this may not resonate with everyone, for some of you, you could have actually lost someone. Could have been a friend, family member, but I feel like there was someone of great significance that some of you have lost. You may still be needing to do some grief work, but for some of you, it may have been issues in that relationship. Maybe there were some things that were left unsaid, things left undone, and maybe you wish that that person would have forgiven you, or you could have been able to get, there's something here even about forgiveness. But the thing about it, whatever you have lost, it's giving you an opportunity to appreciate something. Obviously, where there are endings, there are new beginnings and opportunities to go through an actual rebirth, a transformation, okay? But for some of you, the fact that you have not released something or a person, the fact that you've been too prideful or stubborn and you haven't been able to forgive someone or even forgive yourself, for some of you, it's causing you to miss opportunities to truly be free, to truly be in your power. So you're needing to work on that because you have here health and grief are out here. And these are coming up as blockages, and something just, told me to pull these. Also, for those of you who are grieving, whether it was the loss of a person, a job, or an opportunity, or whatever it may be, sometimes this is something that you do need to realize that it does take a bit of patience. It will take time, okay? Because, with patience being out here twice, that's very important. With patience, this doesn't mean that in whatever the situation is that you give up on it, okay? It's just saying, though, that right now, some of you right now, it's like you need to take a step back from a situation. I feel like if you've been pushing for something to happen, or if you want something to be done quickly, or you're rushing it, you need to stop. There's something here that some of you are missing. You know what it is for some of you, because a healing card is here. The reason why something perhaps has not manifested for you is because this healing work has not been done. Some of you are needing to go to therapy, to counseling. You need to be in some type of support group because you are dealing with some type of grief. And maybe, like I said, you've been too stubborn or prideful to actually admit that to yourself. But some of you are holding on to something, and I feel like it's quite deeply rooted, that is holding you back, by doing the healing work. Because for some of you, you've been in a cycle for a long time, and then you have it take off your mask. Some of you, I feel like you've been hiding the fact for a long time that you have not healed. You're hiding the fact that something is bothering you. You're hiding the fact that you wish someone would forgive you. You're hiding the fact that you have not forgiven someone. This could be anything. But for a lot of you, I feel heavily that this is something with family and in your romantic relationships or partnerships. Some of you have been in this cycle over and over and over again of constantly feeling like you are stuck. There's this sense of being confined here, and it seems like every single time you think that you're finally coming out of this cycle, you feel suddenly like you're back in it, and it's because you're not allowing yourself the patience or the time to fully recover from something. Some of you also, this could be a situation where you keep on looking for distractions. There's this escapism that's happening. Some of you are trying to escape yourself, so you keep looking for distractions in the form of work, people. Some of you, there's a bit of overindulgence here. You know, whether that's sex, food, alcohol, or whatever. And it's because as soon as you get really, really close to freeing yourself from whatever this cycle is and taking your mask, all of a sudden you give up. It seems like something here, it becomes explosive because you don't really give it time to unfold naturally. Patience is also connected to health, you know. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes when you're making changes, it's just like if you're changing like your diet or your exercise routine or something like that, and mental health as well, you have to give yourself time. You have to allow patience to actually reveal to you that whatever you're working on is working. So again, this is, you guys, you're needing to take off the mask here. Okay. Some of you could definitely have Pisces in your chart or be dealing with someone who has a lot of Pisces in their chart. It's just like now you need to stop trying to appear to be something or someone that you're not and actually be the real you, which is, yeah. You can't really get the love and the attention that you want if you're pretending to be someone that you're not. So you can't be afraid to be honest with yourself. And I feel that a lot of you, you've been struggling with this. It's like you get to a point where you're ready to let your guard down and then something happens and you're just like, no. You go back to wearing the mask. And what a lot of this is, you guys, is this is some deep, deep trust issues. It's a fear of being hurt. Some of you, you have a fear of people rejecting the real version of yourself, of you. And that's the reason why it's hard for you to take pride in who you are as a person. You don't want to give someone who like the best of you because you're like, well, if I give them the absolute best version of myself and they don't like it, you know that it's going to hurt you. And this could have been done to you by someone at some point in your life, and it really, really hurts you. And I feel like now you haven't really allowed yourself to be vulnerable again. You have here surrender stubbornness and surrender to miracles. So when you surrender a bit of this pride, the stubbornness, and you allow yourself to forgive other people and yourself, that's when your life will take off. That's when you will be more open to these miracles that are trying to happen in your life. A lot of you, you're holding on to too much resistance though. You have this this idea, honestly, that like you can't have what you truly want. Some of you may have lost a lover, a friend, or a loved one, and you feel like that person will never be replaced again. So maybe you just stopped even looking. But Spirit is saying that, surrender to miracles. What you want is out there. Who you want is out there. What you need is out there. But if you are being very rigid, if you are refusing to open up, if you are refusing to, again, just release some of these trust issues and the resistance, you're telling the universe that you don't want anything new or that you don't want anything better. I feel like I'm definitely talking to someone here too who could be like a widow or a widower. Some of you guys are wanting love, but you feel like you've already had your true love. And so you've taken this stance where you're just like, well, nobody else is going to, be able to give me what I had before. And sometimes, you guys, it's not really about you trying to replace what you had before. It's simply you being in alignment to receive what you need right now. And some of you, honestly, the stubbornness here is keeping you from receiving what you need right now, that's actually going to take you to the next leg of your journey. whatever that may be. And a lot of you, truthfully, you're losing patience. But there's no point in you losing patience, because it's not that it's not coming to you. It's just that I feel like some of you give up hope, or you're losing faith. Like you're breaking right before the breakthrough. You have to surrender unhealthy relationships. Wow, that's so crazy. Pisces also got that card. Let go of relationships that don't serve you. Emotionally unavailable people who are toxic, just people who don't really deserve to be around you, people who don't really see you for who you are, people who don't respect you. Those, if you see that certain people are not interested in being there to support you, being your authentic self, then you need to ask why surround yourself with those people. Maybe it's because of a fear of change. Some of you're fearing change with your health, with your relationships, with your job. Some of you fear getting older. Some of you fear death. Some of you have even like family members. They could have been sick, they could have been ill, they could have had health issues. Some of you are allowing these thoughts to stress you out. It's like, for some of you, there's something here that you're so afraid is going to happen to you, and you've seen it before, or you've experienced it before. You're going to have to let go of being so rigid, not just stubborn, because I don't think that you mean to be that way on purpose. I just feel like right now you're very guarded. You're protecting yourself. There's this fear of being vulnerable because of something that has happened. Taurus, I have to be honest with you. There is something that has happened in your life that honestly, it has traumatized you. And August is the month that you are being forced now to deal with whatever that is. A lot of you, it has to do with, again, you dealing with some type of grief. Something that has happened to you, could have been in the past. There's someone that you haven't forgiven. That person may no longer be here. The situation is going to be different for everyone. Some of you could have lost a job. You could have lost your dream job. You could have been fired or laid off from your dream job. And ever since, life has been more difficult, or you haven't been able to find the job that you truly love since then. Maybe it's time for you to start a business. Some of you, though, you're needing to see that now it's just time for you to do something different. Something didn't necessarily happen to you, but maybe it happened for you. You're going to just have to change the way that you see certain situations in your life, because some of you, to be honest, being prideful and a bit stubborn about the fact that you need to make some changes and that you need to open yourself up to new people, places, and opportunities is actually keeping you stuck. So the first card that just came out is finances as a lifestyle change. And it's interesting because and then you have to keep the faith. I literally just mentioned that about some of you. There could have been some major changes that happened this year with your finances or with your career. And then you have here the card support. So some of you are needing to finally admit that you do need some help, that you do need some support. Like I said, this may be the month that some of you, if you have not been in therapy for a while, you may need to go back to therapy. If you never had therapy, maybe you need to get in therapy. For some of you, if it's not therapy, it may just simply be you needing to connect with friends or family or people who are going to be supportive. Some of you are losing hope and you're losing faith about something at this point in your life. Like I said, could have a lot to do with your finances. Relationship dynamics is here, and parental care. Okay, so again, for some of you, you could have lost a parent. Okay. Underneath that card is adult children. Some of you are afraid that you may leave your children prematurely. And to be honest with you guys, oftentimes, some of you could have anxiety and you may not realize that that's what's happening. Sometimes, anxiety and those, it's like a lot of just fear is taking over your mind, and it's causing you to think about a lot of things that are not true. They're never going to happen. You know, people say fear is, what do they say? False evidence appearing real. But it's stressing a lot of you out. Okay. So here in August, though, with the finances card being here, again, some of you, your financial situation is going to change, but I feel like this is something that is bothering you, because for some of you, you may have worked really, really hard to achieve something. And again, with the patience cards being out here, maybe you feel like you're not really receiving the fruits of your labor. Your harvest season isn't here just yet. But sometimes, you guys, you will not be blessed with the things that you truly want until you actually take a step backwards to actually work on some things. Some of you, you will not have this period of this great abundance until you actually do a bit of soul work, a bit of shadow work. Okay. Sometimes a lot of people don't realize how important it is for that heart chakra and that root chakra to actually be balanced. If you have malice in your heart, if you are full of fear, your stability and security will be affected. When your root chakra, when your stability and security it's not where it should be, it's very hard even then for you to have your heart to be really open. So maybe some of you guys, you need to try Reiki. Okay. Getting out in nature, walking, doing a bit of yoga, but really trying to ground yourself. Some of you are not grounded right now. This may be a good time for some of you to start a business or to ask for, you know, a raise in your job. This may be a good time for you to start working on saving money, budgeting. With finances being here also, and, you know, just honestly, because some of you have definitely experienced some type of loss. There could have been an issue even with like an inheritance. Some of you could have received an inheritance. Some of you may not have received an inheritance. Or there could have been issues around you receiving inheritance or something like that. That could have caused a lot of issues even within your family. Some of you, you know, you could be taking care of a sick loved one or something like that, and it's affecting you financially. These are real life issues that a lot of you are going through right now. But in the month of August, it's very important, you guys, that you, like I said, you have a bit of patience, that you let go of any bit of pride or stubbornness or fear that you have when it comes to you, like being able to take your mask off and ask for help. Some of you, you know, you need to ask someone for help, because truthfully, you're skating on really thin ice right now. I feel like some of you, you're trying to hold on to too much. And you're trying your hardest to hide it from everyone, but it seems like it's getting difficult. But we have the keep the faith card out here. So we keep the faith, you know, it's saying that, you know, of course, things are going to change. Although there's been a lot of challenges, I feel like there's going to be this like divine intervention that happens for many of you. But, you know, the faith is, of course, you sort of knowing that everything happens for a reason and in the right time, even when it doesn't appear to be that way. Some of you, I feel like this is a month where there's just a lot happening, like with your finances and your family. You guys, of course, the readings are general. It won't resonate with everyone. Readings to me are always timeless. But it seems like right now you're needing to focus on having more faith and putting your pride aside to ask for some help. You need some support in something here. Maybe some of you guys are needing to borrow money from someone. Maybe some of you guys, like I said, you could be taking care of a loved one, whether it's a child, a parent, or whomever. And the truth is that you just cannot handle this all by yourself. Some of you need a bit of a break. You need some time off from some things. And then, yeah, you have here, look, healthcare change. Some of you guys, you have to rest, because if you don't, it's affecting your health at this point. You're going to crash and burn. And a lot of, stress causes a lot of health issues, you guys. Some of you have a lot of stress. And for some of you, it's your mental health. Some of you, because of the stress, is causing a lot of anxiety. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you aren't experiencing like heart palpitations and, things like that, or even starting to get sick. Your immune system and everything else starts to decline when you're not taking care of yourself. If you guys are missing sleep, if you're not eating healthy, if you are not exercising, you're not taking care of yourself, and on top of that, you're adding a lot of stress. You have fears about the future constantly. That creates a lot of anxiety. So the card that just came out is moonlighting. So for some of you, you may be working a job right now. You could have a regular 9 to 5, and you could also have a business. It may be becoming difficult for you guys to juggle both. Or if that's not the case, for some of you, you're needing to possibly start a business. If you know that, you're unhappy with your job, or certain things have changed in your job that you're not happy with. Some of you, things could have, happened within your business, and you may need to pick up a part-time job right now. I feel like right now, though, it's just a time where you're going to have to get a bit creative when it comes to your finances. Look at this, the card that just came out. Literally says exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. That's what I'm saying. For some of you, you need Reiki. You need to exercise. You need to change your eating habits. When it comes to manifestation, when it comes to being able to tap into your higher self, and especially with like your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, you really have to take care of your vessel. You have to make sure that you stay in, a high vibration, and that you have high energy levels. And the best way to do that is, of course, to make sure that your mental health is good, to make sure that you are getting a bit of movement, getting some sunlight. You're being mindful of what you're eating. But again, that's why I'm saying all of these things tie in together. If you're stressed, if you have fear and anxiety, if you're having financial issues, if you are not processing grief or whatever it is, then those things, it causes you to stay up late. And if you stay up late, you start eating late at night. You start to consume more alcohol, or you may become a bit promiscuous. Some of you, there's like this spiraling down that you're needing to get a handle on. For some of you, if this hasn't happened, this message could be a warning for you to not let things get too far. And then the last card we have here is focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus right now and your attention is where you receive your outcome. So again, of course, if you're feeding into a lot of stress, fear, and anxiety, that's what you're going to continuously get. When you don't focus on your priorities, and that to-do list constantly gets longer and longer, when the debts constantly increase, it creates more stress, fear, and anxiety. You're going to have to start giving things like, some of you need to start delegating tasks. And that's why I'm saying you're needing to take that mask off and admit that you need help, that you need support. Some of you are needing to, like I said, go to therapy or whatever you need to do. You have to admit that you may not have the solution to something, and that's okay. That's what I'm getting here. Some of you, you don't have the solution to something, and it's time for you to admit that and get the help and the attention that you need. Again, you guys, this could be in matters of the heart, love, romantic partnerships. It could, be you losing money, losing a job, a loved one. It could be anything. It could be small. It could be big. But whatever it is, the whole point, this reading is to touch on whatever is a blockage for you at this time, and it's prohibiting you from manifesting the love and the abundance in your life that you know that you deserve and that you truly want. So let's just see, especially since we have this Lionsgate portal, what are the shifts and changes? You have here believe in the impossible and a time for healing. See, I'm telling you, you guys, you need to heal. And this for a lot of you is healing physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. You need like a total just overhaul. I feel like some of you guys, and I say this all, it's like you have literally been crying through your smile, wearing this mask, putting on this facade like everything is okay, and it's not. You need to take some time out for yourself, Taurus. And have patience with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. You take as much time as you need. For some of you, that's the problem. There's too many people depending on you. You have a lot of unhealthy relationships. Your relationship dynamics, you need to assess and evaluate, because for some of you, like, you have too many people who are depending on you for things that right now you can barely even give yourself. But you have to believe in the impossible. So again, it's all about you keeping the faith. Things are going to improve, but some of you are being forced now to let go of the pride and the ego and ask for help. I cannot reiterate that enough. Some of you have always made a way out of no way. And I feel like Spirit is saying this time, like, no, you're going to be forced to ask for help. Some of you you may even need to be asking for help from your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. You have here surrender to the divine. Communicate with your guides. Are you praying? Are you meditating? Some of you have passed on loved ones who are trying to connect with you. Are you, are you spending time with them? And I know everyone is not very spiritual and, may not necessarily be interested in doing those things, but even just your prayer, your meditation, if it's nothing but 10 minutes out of a day to sort your own thoughts. But for some of you, surrendering to the divine also is having faith in what you can't see. Walking by faith and not by sight. Wow. The card that came out for you is Bitch Fire, and it says stand up for yourself. Pull a few more. So for some of you right now, again, especially for those of you who are in situations where whether it's in your career, with your friends, your family, or whatever, if you have been the yes person, you're needing to stand up for yourself. You're needing to speak up and speak out about the fact that something is not working for you. You guys, some of you have been supporting other people financially for a very long time. You need to surrender this habit of people pleasing. You need to stop being the first person in at your job and the last person out. Because some of you're putting so much into other people, places, and situations, and you're really not getting anything out of it. So you have a few cards that came out. You have, wow, this is interesting. You have card number 15 and 16, 38 and 39. So you have here, stand up for yourself. Something lovely will grow from this. You have here villain. You can always rewrite the story. And then you have raindrops. Take a chance on them. Some of you with this take a chance on them. I said earlier, some of you, you're very afraid to just be vulnerable. There could be someone in your life, you guys, or entering your life. Someone who wants to help you. It's safe. Some of you have been questioning, can you talk to this person? Can you trust this person? Tap into yourself. Use your wisdom, your discernment, and your intuition to make this decision. But for some of you, there is a person, and it may only be one person, but you can trust this person. You don't have to have your guard up with everyone. I know a lot of people have mistreated you, perhaps. you've gone through a lot, and maybe you've gotten really tired and you've gone in, and that's been the case for a very long time. It's like you feel like you have to do everything yourself. Sometimes being super independent, it's a trauma response and it's a defense mechanism. Spirit is saying there's somebody in your life or entering your life that it's safe for you to put yourself out there and be slightly vulnerable with this person and allow them to help you. Ask this person for support. Then you have here the villain card, which says, you can always rewrite the story. So this is saying that, yes, bad things happen. Bad things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people. Sometimes the bad person wins, or you think that they're winning. But that's not saying that you should just give up all hope. Like I said, some of you, you've lost the love of your life. Whether it was through divorce, a breakup, or they passed on. There's certain things that you just cannot control. But you can still rewrite your story. You're going to have to really, again, like this card says, bitch fire, stand up for yourself and find the strength and the courage to believe in the impossible to somehow get back to life, whatever that means to you. But for some of you with this bitch fire card here too, you have people around you in these unhealthy relationships where people are really trying to take advantage of you. And I feel like a lot of you've been letting certain people in your life get away with really piss poor behavior for a long time. People have tried to assassinate your character, ruin your reputation, slander your name, and so many other things. But this is saying that instead of you constantly trying to be a people pleaser, instead of you overcompensating, some of you are constantly helping family members and friends financially because you're the one that has it. Because instead of you, of course, focusing on yourself and love or other things, a lot of you're workaholics. I'm definitely getting that energy in this reading. You're needing to stand up and say no. And then the last card here is something lovely will grow from this. So, some of you need to just make sure that you're taking your healing more seriously. You can't sit around and dwell on your pain, but you need to actually admit that you are in pain so that you can start actually healing. So that you can actually embrace whatever the next chapter in your life may be. And for some of you, you just need to be selfish with yourself. You need to shut some people out, shut some things down, and focus on yourself. Be selfish with yourself in August, Taurus, because the thing about it is, for some of you who are carrying so much weight, you need to ask, well, who's going to save the hero? And for some of you, you became the hero because you had no choice. But it's time now for you to sit down, rest, retreat, allow yourself to rejuvenate. So I'm going to pull from the Rebel deck. These messages are pretty harsh, very direct. And then I'll pull your affirmations for the month. Wow, it says here, F, fear. It says it will lie to your face. Sometimes people become prideful and a bit stuck in their ego because of fear as well. And also stubborn. Taurus, there's something that you need to work on. Some of you guys, you are fearful of certain things happening to you or to people around you or whatever. And so you're taking on this role of, well, you're just get it done yourself. But a lot of this is an illusion. It's a lot of lies that you're telling yourself. Some of you, what I'm getting is you're telling yourself that you have a lot of things under control and you don't. It may look like it because of the mask that you've gotten so used to wearing, like everything is in control, but deep down, you know, and I know that you're probably falling apart on the inside and you're really, really close to breaking. And this really isn't the time for you to break because you're so close to your breakthrough. You have to get the F outside, move your body. It says here your body is pissed at you. What did I say earlier? Some of you, you need to go outside. You need some vitamin D. You need to get in the sun. You need to move around. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. This says you need some effing time alone, and you know why. So again, for some of you, what did I say earlier? Escaping yourself. Block out the distractions. Some of you, you love to be at work, whether you work for someone or you're an entrepreneur, because as long as you're at work, you don't have to deal with your friends or your family. Some of you, you're a serial dater, maybe even a serial cheater, because as long as you're talking to all of these different people, you don't have to deal with the silence and admit the fact that there's actually someone in your life that you really, really miss. Friend, family, or whomever. You guys, you've gotten very creative with creating these distractions and ways to wear a mask. To try to ignore the fact that you need to do some healing. I have faith in you though, Taurus. You guys, you will get through this. And a lot of you, it may not have even been anything recent that has happened. I feel like this is just, it's just a weight that you've been carrying for a while. And maybe you've been asking yourself, oh man, like why can't I move forward? Or why aren't things working? It's because you have something in your subconscious that's holding you back. It's because you are ignoring the fact that something has hurt you. So your first affirmation for this month is I am healthy. It says I honor my body and am grateful for the work it does for me. I nourish my body through self-care. I rest when I need to rest. I eat nourishing meals when I need to eat, and I exercise when I need to exercise. I am healthy. A lot of you guys, this is a month that you absolutely need to be more focused on your health. Okay, you guys have had, look, healthcare changes here. I am healthy. There was another card out here of health. Where is it? And health. This, you know, is not to scare anyone. I don't think that there's something here for you to fear. But for some of you, it's no secret. You need to be more conscious and aware of certain changes in your body and the fact that you need to work on your health. Exercising, watching what you're eating, letting go of some of the stress, the fear, the anxiety. Some of you could even have some underlying health issues like with your thyroid or something like that, that is causing you to have more anxiety. I know they're from personal experience. And also, you guys, sometimes when you're going through a spiritual awakening, your body will start doing some really crazy things. You know, your chakras and everything else, organs, everything is connected. That's something that some of you may want to look up. If you have blockages or your heart chakra just suddenly opens, you may feel like you're having a heart attack. You know, I mean, these things are real and true. So the next card here is I am resilient. It says, if my mood wavers, it doesn't stay that way permanently. I allow myself to feel my feelings until I can refocus my thoughts on the positive. I do not judge myself for being human. I am resilient. So again, for some of you, you know that you're strong. You know that you're resilient. You know that you are powerful. But for some of you, the truth is that this month, there's a lot of thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are creeping up, and I feel like it's causing you to second guess yourself. So you're needing to remind yourself that you are healthy and you're resilient. And the last affirmation that you have for this month is I am aware. And this card says, when I pay attention to my surroundings, I can feel appreciation for everything. I see so much beauty in the world. Being aware means living in the present and fully experiencing my life in the here and now. I am aware. Again, some of you need to get out in nature. You need to ground yourself. You're needing to switch your focus. Because some of you, there's a bit of pessimism here. You're not seeing anything in a positive light right now, or you're missing certain things. And it's only because of, you know, some of you, I mean, you're the wounded warrior, Taurus. But you're resilient, you are aware, and you are healthy. Those are the things that you should tell yourself this month. Affirm yourself. Cut out the distractions. Deal with whatever that wounding is, whatever that void is. Because some of you, you have voids that are leading to vices. And these voids and vices are leading to health issues and other things. So these are your spiritual messages for August. I really do hope that this provided you with a bit of truth, clarity, and insight. I love you guys very much. Again, let me know how the reading resonated with you. Let me know if you would like for me to continue these messages for you all, and I will do so. Again, you guys, make sure that you're going within so that you never go without. You need to trust your intuition and use your discernment. And I will see you on the next reading. Love you guys so much. Bye.